Welcome back to my mental health and crime channel. This is for educational purpose only. This is the case of the Idaho 4. May the 4 victims rest in peace, condolence to the families, and may the correct justice be served. I've gone back to this case from the very beginning when the first articles came out. Steve Congalvis raised his fears Sunday in an exclusive interview with the Post, saying he was also concerned that one suspicious character had been ruled out too quickly, seemingly allowing him to flee the country without taking a DNA test. I'm sure we all know who that certain person is. That is John Jack Showalter Jr., aka Hoodie Guy. Today, I would like to focus more on some of the people that were present at the grub truck, like Hoodie Guy, Showalter. I've made a couple of clips, a couple of weeks ago actually, showing you that they were carrying edged weapons. It could have been a K-bar or a large KNIFE. Allegedly. Today I'm going to try to show you because I have found another person carrying. He admitted that he also fears that a hoodie-wearing man spotted lingering near his daughter and her best friend Madison Morgan, also 21, was ruled out too quickly for unaliving the pair and their 2 friends. According to Steve, they did not take a DNA of Hoodie Guy. I wonder why. Is it because he left to Boise, Idaho that same night? Do they have any evidence that he actually drove 5.5 hours to his family's cabin in Boise, Idaho? The strange thing is, every time you see Kaylee, the 10 minutes she was at the grub truck, she was continuously staring at her phone, texting and reading text, I believe. So Steve would like the police to tell him what was his alibi, saying he would be able to move on if they could confirm his alibi. Wasn't it said that he went to Kenya or South Africa? Couldn't they just send the FBI to take samples of his DNA? Was this on purpose? Steve said that he was told that they came from the sliding door or one of the windows. I wonder if the sliding door was locked and they put their hand through this window that was open maybe and got in or found a way. Or did they touch the window to distract the cops in believing that someone came to the window? Now, I've mentioned plenty of times in this last 2 years that Showalter, Bethany Funk, and Dylan Mortensen have attended the same high school. You can clearly see on his Facebook it says that he attended Boise High School. So you have 2 surviving roommates and Hoodie Guy who know each other well. BF was even sitting on his lap. Sorry. So this could have been an inside job easily, in my opinion. Was there a fight club that night? Joe Vito's phone device shows somebody who has long black hair, and that could easily be Xana. This was while the crowd was yelling Xana's name. This is when number 9 was putting something in Maddie's mouth. Now I'm going to show you something that nobody has noticed before. And I'm going to show you all the people that you can clearly see are packed. They're carrying. Pay attention to these two guys, the one with the black jacket, a grey hoodie with Nike written on it in black, the guy on the right-hand corner who's standing next to the other one with the white and red jersey and the red and white cap. I want to know what he's carrying. Do you see he's carrying something sharp? Just let me zoom in this way. He's carrying something. In the beginning of this case, when we first saw the grub truck, I always wonder, is that his normal weight? Is that his stomach? And I thought he has plenty of clothes, so that's why it's bulging out. But the more I looked into it, the more it was obvious for me to see he's carrying a sharp edge. He's carrying something sharp. It can be a crowbar, an axe, whatever. So we have one person here who could be carrying. The reason I say could be, I'm not sure what he's carrying, but this does not look right. All these people were involved somehow or the other. They knew what was going on. We have number 9 at the corner putting something in Maddie's mouth. I don't know if this guy with the long hair, Aiden, is talking on his phone, an Apple Watch or something. But look at number 9 giving the gesture that he's going to put Maddie to sleep. This is before he put something in Maddie's mouth. That is important. Unless he's a rapper singing a rapping about putting someone to sleep, it doesn't make sense. This is the language youngins use. I'm going to put you to sleep. I want you all to pay attention to the 3 guys near the shop window. You can see 2 of them have white sneakers on, because the short one, that's the only way I can describe him, is carrying a large weapon, I literally mean large. And then you have these 3 texting each other, allegedly. I've observed one starts texting, 2 take off their phones, they're reading their text, and hoodie guy replies to the guy next to him, and then the guy looks at him and replies back. There's a lot of code signal going on here, definitely. You can see this one is carrying a large one. Look at the belt and look at the KNIFE. Wasn't there large, sharp edge items used? I don't think it's a rumor that hoodie guy was thrown out of his fraternity. It was written in many, many places. I've seen many articles where it's been mentioned that he was thrown out of the frat and he was thrown out of the corner club. He could have had a rage and taken it out on the 4 victims. Number 9 is putting something in Maddie's mouth, clearly, because Maddie tastes it all. You can see that she either swallows it or chews it or whatever. And pay attention to everyone around Maddie, how they're looking at Maddie and how they're looking at number 9. This is the same number 9 who said he was going to put someone to sleep. We've never heard of Maddie crying out for help. I have received this question today in my comment channel, and I've received this yesterday in Tommy Jude's live chat. Shout out to Tommy Jude. He's a very decent, kind person. And he has excellent mods too. Please subscribe to his channel. He does try to analyze many things in this case. Now pay attention to these 3 guys. The person in the yellow hoodie is allegedly David Lodge. That's what I was told, but somebody corrected me recently and said it isn't. But everyone who's written my comments keep on saying it's David. Now pay attention to this one putting on his jacket. And I hope, Steve G, you watch this, because you're the parent. You can ask the police why these young men have not been investigated or arrested. All 3 of them are from the Sigma fraternity. And I know exactly who the 3 are, because I'm going to show you soon. But before I do that, I've shown you all, this is the second person who's carrying, besides the guy I showed you all in the beginning of the clip. Now pay attention to the one near the cashier, who's allegedly supposed to be David or one of the frat boys. He's carrying too. If you look at his shoes, the one in the black shoes, there's something not right with both his feet. If you go back to the grub truck video and watch it properly, pay attention to these 3 characters. Now pay attention to his jacket. He's carrying something in his jacket too. But this one is Blade. I am shocked. This is something that the prosecutor, especially the defense and Taylor, the judge, Hitler, all need to see. What is going on in Idaho, Moscow? What are you covering up? That's the reason I always stick to my frats theory and the surviving roommates, the Jacks, the Davids. I don't believe this is an outsider who did it. I wouldn't be even surprised if Inan Hush is involved, allegedly. Why was he subpoenaed? So now we have 3 people who are carrying. Now let me zoom in and take a proper look for yourself. If you look behind at the reflection, you can see a white car. It keeps on coming to the corner club. And the The most time I see parking around there and keeping on circulated is when Hannah Clee's brother is allegedly around and his friend. This is the young man who was carrying. Now what is he carrying in his hoodie? Jumper. What is he carrying? And I know that he's from the Sigma Chi frat. Or one of the frats. But I heard it's the Sigma. When this guy enters, the white car comes along. The white car is actually carrying him and his friend, the tall guy who throws his food. But they come from two opposite directions. This one comes from the other side, but he goes around and then comes to the cashier, which is really weird. And the other one comes right from behind, and he looks at the frat boys and nods his head. To the people, my subscribers, viewers who asked me if the girls could have possibly known what was about to happen, this is the part I was telling you all to watch. I don't think the girls knew what was going to happen, but I believe the girls knew that it wasn't good news to see this gentleman in the yellow hoodie who's coming towards the cashier. Look at how Maddie looks at him. And then she whispers something in Kaylee's ear. She looked like she saw a ghost. Poor girl, may she rest in peace, both of them. And it isn't strange because look who's going to come with him, who'll follow him to the cashier who ordered food to. These two guys, the short guy with the grey hoodie on the right-hand side and the tall guy. All three of them were standing in the corner, and as soon as Maddie and Kaylee walked in, they turned their backs towards the cashier so that the girls couldn't see them. Maddie looked shocked, and I'm not surprised. The question is, did she know that there was beef? Did she know that they were coming after them? Because the short one is carrying a large one, and I showed you, it must be 22 inches. Pay attention to what's happening between Maddie and Kaylee. This is when they saw this guy, and I believe it is David Lott. Look at these two, how they're laughing at Maddie. I think these two are involved, allegedly, like involved in knowing what happened to the girls. The one with the grey hoodie is carrying something in his jumper. Pay attention to Showalter's face when you zoom in. I personally believe he was kicked out of the corner club. Not only kicked out, he was beaten and thrown out. Look at his eye. Picture if somebody did this to you, wouldn't you have all kind of emotions going on in you? He almost lost his eye. No wonder he was keeping on dodging the camera too. This man was kicked out to his frats, kicked out to the corner club, was putting unalived animals, coyotes, in front of sororities' properties. When he was kicked out of the flats, his parents rented him a small flat in Queens Road or Kings Road, 1 minute away from the girl's house. Even Steve G was in doubt about Showalter. This is bad. You can see that clearly. I wouldn't have been surprised if he came back for revenge. He does look like the type, that's only in my opinion, that could go back to the girl's property and do this. Not by himself only, a couple of them. We saw the figures running, and I've showed you at least 4 people carrying at the grub truck. And I'm sure there are plenty more. Could someone please explain to me what this young man is carrying in his jacket? The closer I zoom in, it looks like an axe, a sharp edge. It's something that is long, and it looks like it has a hook or something. No wonder he had his hands in his pocket the whole time. And I forgot to tell you, he has on white gloves too. I wonder at times if Hoodie Guy was the one Saeed was watching. Pay attention to his white hoodie. He could have just wore a white canine mask. Let me know if you think he's carrying, because he does look like he's carrying. Look at his face. It looks like he's got a cut on from the forehead right down to his cheek. Keep in mind, he's a professional hunter, wrestler. He's good in other sports and activities. He always seems to be getting himself into trouble. SEXUAL harassments towards females. Got kicked out of the frat. He blames Ethan for that. And he blames Kaylee and Maddie for getting him thrown out of the corner club. This man could have been full of rage, anger. Did he do it out of a crime or passion? He looks like he liked Kaylee. He wasn't paying attention much to Maddie. And we could clearly see Maddie couldn't stand him when she was saying F you, mister. I think he and his friends did it, allegedly, in my opinion. Now I'm going to show you who these 3 guys are, in my opinion. Let me know if I could be right. It just dawned into me yesterday, while I was doing some work, that it's these 3 guys that were at the grub truck, and that's how I know David Lodge was at the grub truck. The guy in the yellow hoodie is this guy who has a drink in his mouth. The short guy is the guy with the long machete. And there you have their tall friend. So these 3 mosquitoes need to be questioned. Partners in crime, I guess. Strangely enough, they have a white pickup. I remember hearing in the beginning, David Lodge has a white pickup. Boom! So we have his white pickup here. We have the 2 that are carrying. I don't know if the tall one was carrying, and if he was, he hid it well. My eyes have always been on the Davids, the 2 Jacks, and now these other two because they were really acting like walking red flags at the grub truck, carrying machetes. So Idaho, Moscow, what say you? This isn't normal. Guys that you're watching, he has a white pickup truck. Could it be the truck we saw heading to the corner club? Look at this girl's face. She looks like she saw a ghost. She was hearing all the noise and she was watching them running around the neighborhood, the figures, the people at the grub truck. But she knows she can't tell. She knows she can't talk. If she does, look at what happened to the poor 4 victims. Nobody wants to be next. Do you remember this white truck that was seen at 01:56? That's when Kaylee and Maddie came home. There's the timeline. Could this white truck be David Lodge's white truck? It does kind of look like it. It's an old model. It's quite big behind. We used to think it was Jack D's, but I don't believe it is Jack D's. Pay attention to the car. I mean the pickup truck. Wow. Could this be the white truck that was parked in front of the girl's house or was seen driving past the house? It is a big white pickup truck. And 2 of these gentlemen are carrying big weapons. That's why I always stick to my theory that the frats, the jacks, the sororities, the surviving roommates, Inan Harsh, all could possibly be involved or know exactly what happened, including Hunter Johnson. I don't believe this was an outside job. The police would have busted whoever did this if it was organization from outside of Idaho. This is something to do with the students and the frats. The Davids got cussed out. They were called butt buddies. Sorry for my language, but that's what the 4chan said. And that could have freaked them out. Let me know what y'all think. Remember these 3 guys' faces and the truck before I go back to show y'all the 3 guys. I want to know what Showalter is carrying. He's got a big cut on his face and he's carrying something. So there are 4 people that I can clearly see carrying weapons. Wonder how many more were carrying. I can clearly see that guy's carrying. The one with the grey Nike hoodie. What are these people carrying? Where's the FBI? Where's Idaho Moscow Police? Where's Chief Fry? People are carrying. See something, say something is what they usually say. What do y'all think, guys? Isn't this strange? And please do not think that his jumper is curled up. That's why it looks strange. You can see he's carrying. He could be carrying an axe, actually. Allegedly. Pay attention to Showalter. How he's looking at Kaylee's phone. He wasn't there to follow them home. He had bigger plans, I believe. Obviously, because he's going to drive 5.5 hours to Boise in that state. He must have done something before he drove. Something made him drive to Boise on a Saturday night, 5.5 hours. Was there any pictures that caught him? He would need to stop at a gas station. He would need to go to the toilet. Did he get a speeding ticket? Or is this all a cover-up? Wow, it starts from there and it ends there. What does he have on his finger? Does he have... I don't really know. They all are surrounded Kaylee and Maddie. The guy in the yellow on the left-hand side and the short guy behind him who's carrying, and the tall one, were all the ones that were sitting near the white, actually sitting inside the white car, a white pickup vehicle. Maddie looked like she saw ghosts when she saw them, poor her. I think she sensed something was really wrong. She whispered something in Kaylee's ear, and then they turned away. They're standing there on purpose because they know the camera won't catch them properly. These are the three guys. And I believe they're definitely involved. I believe all three of them are carrying, allegedly. The short one is definitely carrying. The one with the yellow and black, yellow hoodie and black jacket is carrying something, especially in his shoes. The tall one was very difficult for me to find anything on him. But that doesn't mean he wasn't carrying. If your friends are carrying, like Shakespeare said, show me your friend and I'll tell you who you are. They're acting like drillers. Please like, share and subscribe.